Hi, my treasured viewers and listeners. Welcome back to your favorite channel on the internet, Alfonso the Rothschild's Tutorials. If you have been following our discussions so far, you are already aware that we have been making an analysis of that function of English words that we refer to as quantifiers. Quantifiers are a part of speech. There are words that function as adjectives. And as the case with all adjectives, quantifiers qualify nouns, but they qualify nouns for a purpose: to talk about or to tell or to indicate the amount of noun involved, the quantity of noun involved, the number of noun involved, or you could say how much noun is involved. The analysis we are having is a thorough one, and so we are not glossing anything over. We are taking everything into consideration. We are taking even the smallest bit into consideration, and that is why you need to give us your undivided attention. It is true that our videos are usually long, but of course this is meant for the avid learner, for the learner who is really interested in getting the details and having a thorough grasp of English language. Such a learner would not think it is difficult to watch a lesson video of between 40 minutes and 1 hour, or between 30 minutes and 40 minutes. I am still your usual anchor, your instructor, Ogochukwuonuoha. Welcome back to our channel. For sometimes in our past two videos, our searchlight has been focused on the quantifier most. We've already discussed it to some extent. And today, we are reminding us that we had mentioned that most can function as a pronoun. That is, it can function as a determiner where it introduces nouns in sentences. It can function as an adverb, and it can also function as a pronoun, which is what we want to talk about today. I'd like to give you a few examples of this. Let us begin with number one. So we have three sentences on the board illustrating the fact that most can be used as a pronoun. From our everyday knowledge of the meaning of a pronoun in English grammar, we understand that it is a word that can be used instead of a noun, or a word that means a noun or that means a thing that stands for a thing in a sentence. So in sentence 1, we have a few of the moths. A few of the moths are gray, but most are white. If you ask what are white, your answer will be most. Therefore, in this example, the word most is a pronoun. The word most is a pronoun. It stands for moths. It says a few of the moths are gray, but most are white. Therefore, most here, standing for the noun moths, is a pronoun. And in number 2, the sentence says, which curtains have been removed from the warehouse? A question. Which curtains have been removed from the warehouse? A question. And the answer, most have been evacuated. If you ask what have been evacuated, your answer will be most. Therefore, most stands for the things that have been evacuated. And the things that have been evacuated, according to the sentence, is or are curtains. So most stands for curtains. Therefore, it is a pronoun. And in sentence number 3, we have some of the contestants. Some of the contestants ask for an extension of the regulation time. Some of the contestants ask for an extension of the regulation time, but most didn't. If I ask you, who didn't? If I ask you the question, who didn't? I guess you have said, I can almost hear you saying contestants. Therefore, the noun contestants is represented at the end of sentence by the word most. So most is a pronoun. The next is most of. Most of. That is most followed by of. Let us see number 4. This sentence says, we spent most of the time playing darts. In this sentence, as in the three previous sentences, most is a pronoun. When we say most of, remember that we are talking about a greater part of a thing. Therefore, most here stands for a greater part of time. So it is standing for the noun time, and so it is a pronoun. Number 5 says, Johnson spent most of his life in Lisbon. In the example, most stands for a greater part of John's life. That's his life. Therefore, most stands for the noun life. It must be stated clearly that as a pronoun, Most can be used instead of a countable noun and an uncountable noun. It can be, when it is used instead of a countable noun, it is usually the plural form of such a countable noun that most can replace in a sentence. When it is used for an uncountable noun like life, John's life is uncountable. Of course, in some other context, life can be countable. We can have life and lives. But when we talk about an individual's life is uncountable. For instance, my life cannot be my lives. I do not have two lives, neither do you. So, that is the point here. Now, the other way to use most is to say, so use it with days, most days, most weekends, most weeks, most holidays, and so on and so forth. It can be most evening, most years, most Saturdays, most Sundays, as the case may be. Now let us take our sixth example. On most days, you say, most days, we sat on the beach watching the waves. Most days we sat on the beach watching the waves. In this example, most is properly used as a determiner. That is, an adjective that introduces a noun in a sentence, and the noun that it is introducing is the noun days. It says, we visited the club most evenings. Most evenings. We visited the club most evenings to dance calypso. We visited the club most evenings to dance calypso. Sentence 8 says, while in Trinidad, most holidays saw us climbing mountains. While in Trinidad, most holidays saw us climbing mountains. Now, let us see most of the time means usually, most of the time, not times. Most of the time because time is uncountable. Now we cannot say times. It means usually. When a speaker of English language says most of the time, the speaker means usually. Now let us take a look at example 9. It says most of the time, Julius would play the piano to entertain us. Most of the time, Julius would play the piano, meaning that usually Julius would play the piano to entertain us. Now let us take a few more examples of how the quantifier most behaves in sentences. Most can also mean the largest amount or number. The largest amount or number. Let us take the example 1. Sentence 2 and 1. That's sentence 1 and 2. Read. Let's take 1 first. The fairest system is one which makes those who earn the most pay the most tax. In this example, we are using most as the most to mean the largest amount or the largest number. The fairest system is one which makes those who earn the most pay the most tax. In the most functions as a pronoun because it stands for those who earn the most. The most here is what they earn, which is money, and so it is a pronoun. But most tax, in most tax, most is a determiner. That means an adjectival word qualifying the noun tax. And in number 2, we have, it was a competition to know who could drink the most beer the most, who could drink the largest amount of beer, who could drink the most beer at the shortest time. Hello, my name is Ogochukwuonuoha and the channel is Alfonso the Rothschild's Tutorials. It is our aim here to make you become a better speaker, a better reader, and a better writer in the English language. We want to make you a complete speaker, a complete communicator in the English language, to make you a holistic person when it comes to communicating in the English language. All you need to do is like and share this video so that it will get to others who are not as opportune as you are to watch it live. Please subscribe to our channel so that you'll be getting our videos direct in your email box. You can drop your comments on the comment section or ask a question or make suggestions on how we can get our videos better. If you do that, I'll respond to you immediately. We have a community chat group on WhatsApp. You can join us in that community using the number 091 333 01790. Your suggestions, your criticisms will be appreciated as they will help us become better at rendering this service to you and the rest of humanity. We want this video to be short because there are other aspects of most that we still have to talk about, and presenting them briefly, one at a time, will make it easier for you to understand. Therefore, we will stop here as I invite you to join me on our next video, where we shall continue our analysis on how to use most effectively in sentences. Take care of yourself and goodbye.